want to create a little bit of a guide for the microtransactions in this game. I'll put something in the YouTube video heading that talks about how you should look this up before you invest a lot of your time in this game, because it could be very frustrating to get to a point like where I've gotten to, and then realize that certain things you have to spend money on that are outside of cosmetics. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk very briefly about the types of currency in this game, what they can be used for, what my recommendations are if you're going to spend money on the game, and some things to kind of look out for if you're looking to play this completely free. So let me preface this by saying this game can be played absolutely 100% completely free. But there are some things that are going to make your life a lot easier, and some things that you probably should look into buying in order to really get the most out of this game. Now, personally, I feel like with a free-to-play game, they need to make their money somehow. Where I draw the line is when they paywall character content, as far as like skills, abilities. This is a game that's about getting a lot of loot, min-maxing your build, and there's a lot of depth involved, with the classes. Each class has 2 different weapons, which means 2 totally different playstyles. So we'll cover why I believe that that's a problem in this game in a second. So for starters, you have Meseta. Now you can see I have about 6 million Meseta. It's kind of or a yellow diamond with an M. That's basically like dollars, right? That's your base currency to buy most basic things in the game. You also use that to purchase things from player shops, which is like the auction house. The second type of currency that you have is AC. AC is Arx Cash. The only way to obtain Arx Cash is to purchase it with real money. Now, what can you buy with Arx Cash, right? So if you go to the little cart, you're going to go to AC shop, buy and store. Now, premium. So the first thing you can buy is premium. Premium offers a couple benefits like your own personal quarters. I believe they may give you some XP boosts, certain things like that. For the most part, the big thing from premium is going to be the personal shop. Now what that means is the only way for you to sell the loot that you get in this game to other players, or to trade it essentially, is to buy a personal shop. Alright, so I've gotten about 6 million Meseta without really doing anything other than gameplay. The most expensive high tier weapon in the game right now is around 30 million on the personal shop. And all the loot I've gotten, had I sold it on a personal shop, I would have well over 30 million, and I would be able to buy a Nemesis or a Slave weapon right now. But because I chose not to pay for premium, I couldn't use the personal shop. So one of the biggest things that you can purchase with money is premium. Gives you access to the personal shop. Now I will say this, you can get access to the personal shop another way for free, and I will cover that in a second. AC scratch tickets are another big one if you're into fashion. We'll go over the scratch tickets shortly, but you can see here 12 tickets is 2,200. I'm not sure what the conversion rate is right now. It's probably a little over $1 or about $1. These here are really good boosts, not worth paying real money for, because you can get plenty of these just by logging in and doing stuff. 100% XP and 250% rare drop rate. So they're not as high, but think about it. To get a 400% drop rate, you have to pay $9. Or you can just get the 250% for free from playing. Escape dolls, the way that these work are whenever you die, if you want to self-revive, you have to use escape doll. Convenient, but not really necessary. Cosmo Atomizer, I'm not even sure why this is here. There's plenty of consumables in the game that you can buy with Meseta. Max orders, as you play the game, you obtain orders. These are like quests that you complete, turn them in, get XP rewards. There's a cap on how many you can have active at one time. This just extends it, and it's timed, meaning it'll only extend that cap for 30 days, 90 days. Extended storage, you have in this game character storage, and you have a default storage for all of your characters. This will extend the default storage, so account-wide. Personal quarters basically grants you access to your player housing. It is in the game, so I'm not sure what the personal quarters use does. Maybe it allows you to enhance it further. But you do have a basic mini room that's free. Personal shop use. So let's say there's $15 for premium. If you just want to have 30 days of a shop, you can pay $7. Mag ticket. I can go over mags in another video, but really what a mag ticket is it allows you to have an extra mag. So mags are really going to basically give you 200 of a stat. That's how people are using them in the game right now. You only get one per character. Cannot transfer them from character to character. So let's say that you are playing a tech class, like a magic class essentially. You're going to want to build your mag for tech. Now if you then later on want to switch over to a braver class, which is melee, if you use a katana, you're going to want a melee mag. Now you can't respec your mag without paying for it, and you can't get access to another mag. So your options are essentially to create a new character for the different class and use that mag on that class, or to buy a mag ticket. Mag reset device, more expensive than just buying a new mag, makes no sense. Your character inventory, $3.50 to expand your specific character's inventory. Sub pallets are essentially hotbars. This is kind of a waste of money. Character storage expansion. The other expansion I showed you guys was account wide. This one is character wide. So that's the Arcs Cash shop. Those are kind of things that are important, things that don't matter. What else can you buy with Arcs Cash? If you go to the Fresh Find shop, this is updated, every so often. There's nothing here really for Arcs Cash, so no point in going over this, but you can see Star Gems. That's the shiny gem. It's a currency that you can purchase or that you can get by completing certain tasks in game. It's a very limited resource, so keep that in mind. And then there's some Meseta stuff here too. If we go to the Star Gem shop, you're gonna see that it is really simple. Again, a mission pass gold ticket is probably of value. Think of a mission pass equivalent to a battle pass in like Fortnite or any battle royale game. We'll look at that in a second. Storage use, material storage use. So if you're farming, resources, fishing and harvesting, this will extend the storage. Salon pass is kind of like how you change your character as far as like what they look like. If you want a transmog, if you're familiar with transmog, basically change the appearance of your weapon to look like another weapon. You can't just do that in this game, you have to pay for it. So again, you can either buy these star gems, or you can save them and purchase something like this. This is if you're playing a pet class, which would be the summoner. Now, scratch tickets. Scratch tickets are essentially a scratch ticket is what it is. You scratch it off. So you can see here there's different lines. So what they're currently listing on the Arcs Cash tickets are the Sega Legacy items. You can go to the prize list here. And this will show you all the different stuff that you can get and what the percentage chance is to get it. Now, it's important to note that just about everything on here, if you get it, you can sell it on the player shop. You do not need to have a premium account to purchase things from the player shop. You do need to have one to sell. So you can see what the outfit looks like here. So this is all Sega themed. This is military themed. Oracle celebrations, virtual stars, and then the AC scratch ticket times 12. We will come back to that. Actually, we'll do it now. The other currency is fun, and fun is obtained by playing the game in parties or completing certain objectives. It's completely free, and it's literally used just to buy cosmetics. So if we do a fun scratch off, it's 100 fun. I'm going to do it just to show you guys how the scratch cards work. So we'll buy one ticket. Yes. Now I select one of these three, and then it's just going to give me a random item. I won multi-brows. So I basically won a cosmetic item. Where did it go? It's a ticket, and then I can use it, and I will be able to give my character multi-eyebrows. Alright. So, just a brief recap. We have Arcs Cash. We have Star Gems, Ars Cash can only be purchased with real money. Star Gems can be purchased with Ars Cash or obtained in game by completing certain objectives. You can use these to purchase cosmetics from the Fresh Finds shop or from the scratch tickets, and that's kind of the big. It's kind of the big thing that a lot of people will spend their Ars Cash on. Now, what's really important, and one of the things that I personally feel like a free-to-play game should never do, is lock how you play the game character-wise, your skills, your moves, your abilities, behind a paywall. And that's exactly what they've done here. So, I'm a Katana Braver, right? And you can see that as a Braver, you're going to have access to a Katana or a bow. Alright, so we're going to go to the Braver skill tree. And you can see at the class counter, you can swap a skill tree or add one. Now, to add one is $5. Okay, and I'm going to show you why this is important. So my Braver's maxed out right now, level 75. Now, most of the stuff is pretty standard for the Braver class. What's not standard is Katana Focus versus ranged power. Now, if you choose to use your Braver as a Katana main, you're going to put a lot of points into all of this stuff, essentially on the left side of the tree. Okay, and that's going to give me a lot of Katana buffs. But if I want to go with a bow, I'm going to want to go and do range power up instead of melee. I'm going to want to do rapid fire, charge shot, bow bonus, rapid fire up. I basically want to take these skill sets here. Now, there's only a finite amount of skill points in the game, and you can see that at max level, I don't have access to any more skills. Now, in order to respec, you have to be given by Sega, by Phantasy Star Online 2, a respec thing. You may be able to buy it, but I think they typically just do it whenever they hand them out whenever they rebalance the game. So you're waiting, which means that if I want to switch to bow now and actually be just as strong as my Katana build or be competitive or get the maximum damage I can, I'm going to have to purchase, that's right, purchase another skill tree and spec it for Katana. Spec it for bow, or deal with what I currently have and miss out on who knows how much damage on my bow build because I can't put points into the bow specific stats. Another thing that's really important is every class can equip a subclass, and that subclass levels up as it's equipped. So I haven't touched my hunter at all, but my hunter is level 55, which you can see in the top left there. This is a hunter skill tree that I've put so far because this is what is best for a Katana main Braver. Now what this means is, if I want to level my hunter, and I want a main hunter, which uses an entirely different weapon palette, this skill tree now is set up for a subclass. So if I switch to a hunter main, these skills may or may not work for it. I may end up with a gimped hunter. I may end up with a hunter that is weaker, significantly weaker than if I had mained it, because I can't just purchase a skill tree reset or change skills. I'd have to purchase another skill tree with real money and make it a hunter only skill tree. So to me, that's really frustrating because the game doesn't explain that to you in the beginning. And if you're like me, where you like to play games and you like to play around with different builds, different classes, keep in mind that your options here are incredibly limited. If you screw up your tree, you're screwed. You're going to have to spend real money to purchase another skill tree. And to purchase a new skill tree is $5. To purchase a respec is like $10. So it just makes sense to purchase another skill tree and try again. Or wait until, who knows when, and they give you a free respec for a skill tree. So keep that in mind before you choose a class. Keep that in mind before you choose a build. My recommendation would be play a couple of the classes. If you know you're going to be melee, figure out which classes are melee. If you know you're going to be more like on the magic or range side, figure out which classes are magic or range. Play them. Do not put any points into any skills until you're absolutely certain that that's the class you want to play. Because if not, you are going to have to spend real dollars to change it or to give yourself the flexibility to play with multiple builds. Now, in their defense, the only other way that you can do it for free is create a new character. So with the mag system, since each character gets one mag, some people will create one melee character and have a melee mag and use that character for all the melee builds that they're going to do, and maybe purchase one skill tree to get around it. Like I said, Hunter, for example, is a melee character, so if this character I have right now has a melee mag, maybe I just purchase a Hunter skill tree, and if I want to main Hunter, now I have a second skill tree, so I only spend $3. But let's say that I want to go and play Summoner, which uses tech. I can create a second character, get that free mag from playing, and build that up as a tech mag and make that my tech character. And then Dexterity, I can do the same thing on a third character for Dexterity. And then from there, anything over 3 characters or slots, I believe you have to pay for a new character. So those are just some things that are really, really, really important to keep in mind, guys, before you play this game. It is a great game. Most, if not like 90% of the content that you can purchase is cosmetic or quality of life. The recommendations I would give you, the inventory expansion is well worth it. Premium to sell stuff is well worth it. You can get everything free, but for the most part, you're going to want to be able to sell all your loot towards endgame. So do not buy premium until you're ready to actually use your personal shop. Or, and I said I would show you guys, here's a tip. If you don't want to buy premium, but you do want to be able to sell stuff, you can go here to the Fun Scratch. If we look at the prize list, these are all cosmetics, most of it. Now, in here, you're going to see personal shop use 3 days. Now, there's a 0.5% chance that that's what you're going to get. But if you get it, you basically have access to 3 days worth of selling stuff on the player's shop. And I was able to get it. I spent about 4,000 fun, which is a couple days worth of playtime. And what you would do is just stockpile all the things you want to sell in your storage. And when you're ready to use, or whenever you're ready to sell everything, do it all in one shot, use your ticket. And that way you can sell stuff without spending any money. Other than that, you are going to have to buy premium. So keep that in mind. Again, character store or inventory is really important. Maybe material storage if you're going to gather. Premium would be good. And those are basically things you should buy outside of cosmetics if you're looking to play this game and spend a little bit of money. And then as far as characters, these skill trees at $5 a pop, that's something that I feel like should not be gated behind a paywall. But if you're into that kind of thing and you don't mind dumping the money, that would be something to look out for that you may end up spending money on. So thanks for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this guide. Feel free to leave me any comments in the YouTube video if you'd like other guides, and make sure to check out some of our other stuff. We're going to be playing ESO, and we have a Man-Eater and Minecraft Dungeons playthrough series up on YouTube as well. So this is Gamer Trainer signing out. Take care, guys.